Alright guys, so this is your 24th tutorial I guess, and in this tutorial I'm gonna teach you about the random number generator program. Let's suppose you are designing a game with C++ or you are just designing some program that needs random numbers every time, like a slot machine program or whatever it is. You just need some random numbers to be seeded into your program. Now to generate random numbers you will need a very complex algorithm that results in a different number every time. Well, you shouldn't do that, because what C++ developers did is they already made a random number program for you to use. How cool is that? You can just type RAND and those two brackets, and this calls a random number program, and what that does is it generates a random number for you to use. Now before using this rand, if you run this now, it will give an error, because what I didn't told you is we have to include one more header file to use this random number. Now this random number generator, it's written in this file. It's CSTDLIB and stands for C standard library I guess. So just include this file before using this random function and you'll be good to go. So just include CSTDLIB and then you can use the random number function. So let me just print out this random number generator, and when I build it on this, what will happen is it will generate a random number and it's 41 here. Alright, so let's run it another time and we'll get another random number 41 again. Might be some mistake, let's run it another time, or 41 again, run it once more, 41 again. So what's wrong with this? I mean, this is a random number generator program and it should generate random number, but it isn't. Well, the problem is that what happens in a random number generator program is it works on a very complex algorithm in the background that you don't need to know, but pretty much it just works on one single algorithm and it generates a result. So every time it generates a result, the algorithm is same, so the output will be same. So it's not generating random number until we do something that makes it generate random numbers. What you can do is I'm just reading this random I'm just teaching this random number for the first time, and I was pretty confused about it, so I read about it online and I found some things that I'm just gonna tell you right now. Now this random number, it works on a very complex algorithm as I told you. So what you can do is you can alter that complex algorithm here so that it generates random number every time. Now to alter that complex algorithm, what you can do is you can seed a random number. Now what that means is you can use something like srand before using this random number generator, and you can put in here some value, like if I put in 23. Alright, now if I build on this, hopefully I won't get any error. Alright, it worked correctly. Now it gives us 113 instead of 41. Build again, it gives 113 again. But if I change this value, let's say 43, it will give me another random number. If I change this value to 4343, it will give me another random number. Alright, so what you can do is you can just change the value here and you can get a random number here. Now this allows to alter the algorithm. It puts this value somewhere and then it generates another random number. Whatever it is, you can seed a random number here and you can get a new random number always here. Now you can't, if you wanted a thousand random numbers, you can't write this seeding random number function 1,000 times, and you can't just provide it 1,000 different values. So what I found out online is I found out something, that if you enter here time and those square brackets you enter 0, what this will do is it will take the current system time. Let's say you are running this at 1:12 p.m. and whatever it is. I mean, if you are running at 1:12 p.m., what this time function does is when you enter 0 here, it counts the number of second from 1st of January 1970. I read it online, alright. So I'm pretty sure it's correct. And so it counts the number of seconds that are spent from 1st of January 1970 till now. So that's a pretty random number. I mean, it changes every second, right? So whatever it is, if you enter 0 here and you run this round, okay, I got an error. Time was not declared. Alright, I forgot to tell you one more thing. To use time function, you need to include one more library, and that is hash include c time. What this does is it grabs the system time, which is right now, and then this time function calculates the number of seconds from, as I told you, 1st of January 1970, and then it inserts inside them. So, alright. So now if you build it on this, hopefully it won't produce any errors, and here it is 30542. This one is again 30562. Alright, run this bad boy again 30575. So the numbers are increasing pretty constantly and it's giving us random numbers without repeating. Alright, so that's that. I mean, that's pretty much about random number generator. One more thing, one more application what I'll tell you is, what if you are making some game in which you wanted only 10 or only 20 numbers to appear. I mean, let's take an example of a game where only 10 enemies are spawned at a particular location, right? And you want to spawn them in 10 different locations. I mean, you have 10 different locations and you want to spawn enemies there. What you can do is you can loop this from I0 to 10 times, and after this what you can do is, alright, so this will loop the random number generator 10 times, and if you begin on this, holy crap, I should put a handle there so that the output is much clear. By the way, I don't know if I told you or not, but handle just ends your line. I mean, it takes your output to a new line. Alright, so now we're building on this. The numbers are not between 1 to 10. I mean, I needed numbers from 1 to 10, but it's giving me pretty random numbers here, and I can't decide what to do with them. What you can do here is divide this random number generator by whatever numbers you want. I mean, if you want 10 numbers, divide it by 10, and use this modulus operator here. What this modulus operator will do is, every time it will divide the numbers by 10, and whatever the remainder it is, it will show you. So the remainder by dividing any number with 10 could be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9, but we didn't need 0. Alright, we need from 1 to 10. What you can do here is you can insert 1 plus rand. So every time it gives 0, it will add 1 to it, and every time it gives 9, it will add 1 to it. So the numbers will be always between 1 to 10. So now if you build in on this, alright, those are pretty random numbers from 1 to 10. That's 6. 1 is here, 2, 3, and 4, 4, 4. 4 isn't here. Alright. So those are pretty random numbers. You can run that again and it will give you random numbers every time. That's pretty much it for random number generator, and just use it a few times because you may need, whenever you are making big projects, you may need this random number. Just note these things down, that you have to see the random number, don't forget to include those two libraries, and still if you have some questions, just comment down below and I'll answer them. So this is it for this tutorial guys. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.